Today, I'm going to be reviewing the iPhone 13 mini. I've had a lot of experience with this device since its launch in September, and with the holidays just around the corner, it's the perfect time to talk about it. Timestamps down below in the description, and let's get started. So first off, body. This phone is the iPhone 13 mini, so it has that nice small form factor, which I think is super underrated. Like, as a student, I prefer the fact that the phone is small. I can easily take it and carry it with me. It doesn't feel like I'm carrying, another iPad. It's just a nice small phone that I can take everywhere. And if you remember from my unboxing, I still believe that the product red is just absolutely gorgeous. And just like the iPhone 12 mini, even though you're getting that smaller form factor, it is a 5.4-inch display, which is amazing since the phone is just all screen. Speaking of the screen on this phone is Super Retina XDR, which pretty much just means that the screen is extremely crisp and clear. And a good way of quantifying this is the fact that this phone can play back 4K on YouTube, and immediately you can tell the difference going from 1080p to 4K. Everything just looks much more clean. The screen also does have a smaller notch, which is noticeable, but doesn't really change the experience at all. Like, you still got to deal with a notch. So, sorry. Now, one thing that I did notice was that this phone screen scratched very easily. Now, I don't know if this is because I did it naked. What I mean is I didn't have like a phone case or a screen protector, right? I just had the phone itself versus the last time I had a phone case with the iPhone 12 mini. And I didn't have anything crazy, right? Like, I don't even have like regular car keys. All I have is a fob. And still, the phone just scratched so easily around the edges and the corners, not across the main screen itself, but across the edges. And honestly, it was pretty disappointing because I thought they improved the screen and I didn't do anything crazy with it. It was just real world testing, like having it in my pocket. But again, this can be easily mitigated if you just have a regular old screen protector. Next up is the camera. And let me tell you, this phone took great looking photos, especially because of those bigger camera units, the bigger sensors. You're just able to get in more data, and you can just tell that the photos are of higher quality. But what I was more excited about was the cinematic video mode, which is what I pretty much kept the video on for like 100% of the time. So here's what I think about it. It's not horrible at all, and it's completely passable. But it's not like a game changer in any way. The easiest way to think about it is that it's pretty much just portrait video, and with the right conditions, it looks fantastic, right? Like, the quality is amazing, it has great stabilization. The only thing that is out of the ordinary is the bokeh, or the blurry background. See, half the time it looked perfect and looked way better than just the regular video mode, but the other half of the time, you could tell where the edges were, and it didn't really do a good job of hiding it, and it even struggled to find focus sometimes. See, for personal use, I think it's perfectly fine, but there is definitely still some work to do with it. As for the speakers, they are loud and clear and great for content consumption. Apple hasn't really missed with speakers, and these phone speakers are legit. So next up are the internals of this phone, and we're first going to start off with that A15 chip. So as you could probably already imagine, everything is fast and snappy, but just to be fair, phones for like the past few years have all been extremely fast, so them getting, just marginally faster every year doesn't really change the experience that much. Like, it's better, no doubt. Like, obviously you don't want your phone being slower, but it's not going to be a drastic change. It's just good to see that they're maintaining that speed. Next up is the battery life, and after the camera, this is probably the biggest change that I saw when compared to the iPhone 12 mini, and that's because the battery is much better this time around. Like, there would be times where I would be able to last like a day or even 2 days on one single charge. That was something that I wasn't able to do with the iPhone 12 mini. And to be completely honest, I think that's where the A15 chip really shines. The fact that it got better, you honestly won't even tell. But the fact that the chip is now more efficient and gives you more battery life, that is a game changer. Not to mention, this phone also charges really fast. Like, there were times where I was able to get up to 50% in just 30 minutes with the right charger. And again, because of that efficiency, that 50% was able to last me a very long time. Overall, an amazing battery life. One thing to quickly mention is the storage of this phone. So I got the base model, which comes with 128 gigabytes, which is more than enough for me as a student and signing documents, sending pictures, all that kind of stuff. 128 gigabytes is more than to know. So now the price. This phone comes in at $949 Canadian or $729 US, which is definitely not cheap at all, but you are getting what you pay for. As a student, that is a lot of money, but you're also getting something that is honestly worth that price tag. And that's because it's a nice little phone that's a great option if you're not really into the larger devices. Be sure to like and subscribe if you've enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching.